Reese thought about the long three, now steps back, knocks it down.
When I got the offer, it was late July after my prep school year, and school started in like 2 months. So at that point, I was just excited to actually have a Division I school. He gave me a call, and I was just excited, man. And I thanked him a lot because not everybody gets this opportunity.
Well, I saw Isaiah play in July, leading up to his final year, actually his prep school year. And I was impressed with the way he played. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that maybe he might not have been at another school. And I called and said, where is he at? What school did he end up going to? And he still had not, signed with a Division I school. In his mind, he was on his way to junior college.
I would say the only thing that really changed, because it wasn't like talent level or skill level, it was more the pace of the game. But after the first couple games, you kind of adjust to that, and everything else is just confidence. Like college basketball is all about confidence. As soon as we got our first open runs, I was going with the guys. When we got in here, that's when I think I had the most confidence.
I think the biggest thing with Isaiah is him trusting himself. When he does that, then he'll be able to deal with adversity a lot better, and he's made steps in that direction. You look at last year, and I think he went about 12 games in a row without making a three. And now he hardly goes 12 minutes without making one. I think his understanding of the game has improved even during this season in terms of the responsibilities and the attention to detail and actually executing those details in an effort to win.
As far as me facilitating, that's what I did throughout high school and prep school. I was just the guy that used to get others involved. As of late, I just added the scoring part to my game, and now I'm just able to do much more, and it's working. We didn't really speak about a role or anything like that. I kind of figured with Cash leaving, I was going to be the guy to have to step in and really do what he does or just bring a lot to the table. And this offseason when I went home, I put in a lot of work. I was in the gym a lot, and I think it's showing now.
Reese gets inside.
When I was talking with my coach in juniors, Coach Pekka, with Buffalo Junior Sabres, he asked me, he said, make a list of any 5 schools that you would want to go to. And obviously you have big dreams of going to a big school and that type of thing, but number 1 on my list was Canisius. I remember just as a kid watching them play, being around here, and my dad taking me to games and seeing them at the Pepsi Center when they played at the Pepsi Center. And I always thought it was an awesome opportunity, so it was definitely a place that I was targeting early. From being around here, knowing that Corey Conacher, he was a big success story from Canisius as I was coming up through hockey, and just knowing something that local guys can actually make an impact. I know he's not local, but it's guys coming from this area doing big things. Chasing those dreams and being one of those guys is something that is important. Just the people in the city that make it so great, and just always making it a loving and passionate city. And those aspects really allow it to be a place that is desirable, and it's really unique.
He's a flat-out overachiever. He has more intense focus on becoming great than the average hockey player. He invests in his game. He knows what he wants to do. His coachability is at the highest level. When I put all those things together, it's why he's a great person to coach. It's why he's a great Griff, because he meets all of our expectations and he sets a new standard. He sets a new compete level. He sets a new inclusive leadership style. He steals and borrows from other people that he's been influenced by, and he builds up people. Everybody loves what Ryan Schmelzer does because they see it every day.
I remember when I was coming in as a freshman, I was just trying to get into the lineup, and once I was in the lineup, just try and do whatever you can to stay in and make the most of that opportunity. And you learn a lot from the older guys on the team growing up, and through these 4 years, you learn that you're not always going to be the guy, and there's going to be a role at certain times, but as long as you're doing all that you can to make yourself and your teammates better, you'll be in a good spot. I remember I had a coach, Tim Smallwood, back in Amherst days, and he was learning a lot of discipline and how to act properly and maturity. And So setting kind of what I wanted to believe in at a young age, like the standards that I wanted to hold myself to, that allowed me to grow into the person I am today. And obviously my parents have done a great job and raising me and teaching me all that I know, so hats off to them.
Let it play out. Here we go.
I've been here, a part of this program for 14 years, 2 as a player, 12 as a coach. Worked my way up from volunteer assistant to graduate to part-time to full-time, and paid my dues. And it's just, and you've also developed this program for those 14 years and helped develop the program. So having the opportunity to take the reins over from, where this program, has just developed and now be the person that can, developing upon the culture that's already been in place, but now taking some of my own twists and adding them to it and then seeing where it really goes, and just developing and continuing to grow the program in a positive direction where it already is, but now take it further. Success is going to be measured always by on the field results, but also by off the field and how guys are growing. If we can raise the bar in the classroom, raise the bar on the field, and continue to just develop the young men and bring in quality young men. Because I think the challenge, from an outside perspective, is going to be, can this first-year head coach maintain the success that's been here as a part of this program? And I know that's a challenge coming in, and I'm up for it. And I've been here long enough to understand what it takes and how it was done to, continue to put my mark on it and continue to take it forward. We're going to work a little bit smarter. We're going to understand that quality in our work is going to go a lot further than quantity. I get to start with a structure that's already in place. I use the example of a house that, we don't have to take it from the foundation and build it up. We have a structure in place, and we may remodel a few rooms, and we may add on in years to come to this house, but there's a solid foundation here, and it's just being here and helping build it to where it is going to allow me to help build it even further.